Hello, everyone. So, Minnesota signed a guard today, finally, so we can stop going on Twitter. Can you play guard? This one can play guard. He plays guard. Josh Kline, 3-year contract, $15.75 million over the course of the contract there, 5.25 a year. And the 3 years I have little PFF stats for, the people, so we know what we're buying a little bit. And in 2016, 70.4 overall grade by PFF with a 75.8 pass blocking grade, 65.6 run block, and 22 pressures allowed. 2017, he's 70.4, drops down a little bit to 69.5. But his pass block grade went up from 75.8 to 81.2. However, run block falls down a little bit from 65.6 to 60.1. And he still ended up allowing 22 pressures. And then 2018 is where, the wheel kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. He went down from 69.5 to 58.0. His pass block grade went from 81.2 to a 67.5. And his run block grade fell all the way down from a 60.1 to a 53.1. And he allowed 38 pressures. Now, I know a lot of people looked at last year and be like, he trash. He not good. We don't want him. Now, but just for comparison's sake, I do have Remmers and Compton's 2018 things here. And they're not that great either. But, Remmers, he graded with a 59.2 grade with a 61.1 run pass block grade with a 58.2 run block, allowing 42 pressures. Compton had a 60.6 overall grade with a 60.2 pass block and 62.7 run block, allowing 34 pressures. Now, Kline actually graded worse in the overall grade from the 2018 ones. However, he was, about 7 points ahead of him in terms of pass blocking. And although the run block was really bad at 53.1 compared to them, he allowed less pressures than Remmers, which is good. However, he allowed more than Compton, which is still very bad. But there was also a scheme change that led to this. So if we can get him back even somewhat to 2016, 2017, and we're talking, if he's in that anywhere from 70 to 80 in that run blocking grade, he can be from 60 to 65. And in that pass blocking grade, he can be from anywhere from 60 up in that run block grade if he's still around there. Because even though if we can, because Compton with that 62.7 there, that's a minimal upgrade over the 2017 version of Kline, which was at 60.1. But the big difference is in the pass block grade, where Compton had a 60.2 and Kline had an 81.2. So he's kind of more of a pass blocker. We see that. That's not really a bad thing, as we saw how bad Remmers and Compton kind of were last year at the whole pass blocking thing, and it could help out a little bit. Now, like I said, the scheme change kind of led to his struggling times down in Tennessee in 2018. But obviously, Minnesota believes they have the right scheme and the right coaches to kind of bring him back a little bit. Maybe not fully. Maybe he doesn't come back fully, but they do believe, at least from the looks of it, that they can kind of get him resembling himself again from those past 2 years. And I think he clearly can perform better than both Remmers and Compton, which is a really good thing, because if we downgraded that, would be impressive. And he does have some position fluidity, as he has played a little bit of left guard, but his best years have came at right guard. So I anticipate him to be the starting right guard day one, and not really much to change with that, just because he has played better at right guard than he has at left guard. Now, not all the details are really out there on this contract. I don't know how much is guaranteed, so cap hits, things like that, how it's structured, I think will be very interesting to find out, of what this deal is. And just whatever the corresponding move is to this to free up cap space. And I assume there will be one, because they're a little bit down there in the, cap pool, all the good stuff. And I don't really have an issue with how they are approaching these kinds of things, because it kind of feels to me that they are, instead of just doing it all in one big swing, whether they're like trading, cutting, restructuring, all that, instead of just doing it in one giant swing, I think they're taking it just as they go. So like they signed Kline. Great. Now you got to make a corresponding move to do it. But they're not going to make that move before they have Kline signed, inked up, and make sure you have Kline. Because I think this is their way of kind of playing damage control and be like, well, if we can't keep everyone, we're going to make sure we can keep everyone possible. And I think this is how they're doing that. And I don't really have an issue with this approach as long as they're still effective with it. And if they've picked out Kline as a guy where it's like, well, if we have to go bargain bin hunting anyway, if Kline can come in and he can come be in this scheme, perform as he did before, and we can only pay him, $5 a year, that's not bad. That's really not bad. And because he was on a line that some people did consider one of the best lines in the league, if not the best, for 2 years. So, and he was the starting right guard. So that being said, if he can regain that form, that's like a Pro Bowl guard, and you're good to go. So I do think this should be a better deal than the Remmers one in general, just the contract, because he's not Remmers. Like he's clearly a better overall player in general, at least when it comes to the guard spot. And I think if he even comes close to regaining his form, we have him for pretty much all 3 years. And it's good to go. It's good to go. I think he should be at least an average guard, which we can't say we had last year. We didn't really have average last year. We had well below average, but we didn't have average. So I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below about this contract. If you think it's like, oh no, it just overpaid another turnstile. That's what we do. It's Minnesota. It's a guard. We can't do this kind of thing. All that good stuff. All of it. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Till next time, I bid y'all adieu.